Welcome back, everybody. Right now at Harvard, the U.S. Food Waste Summit just wrapped up.
And it brings policymakers, foundations, and people who are in the food business together to try to help stop food waste. And joining us this evening is McQuillan of Baldor Specialty Foods. As you can see, they supply foods to restaurants, schools, and more businesses from the Boston area down to Washington, D.C. And you have all the numbers. How much food is wasted in the United States?
Well, actually, 40% of all of the food that's grown in the United States goes to waste. Some of that waste happens at the farm site. Some of it happens when the food is processed. Much of it happens in restaurants. But most of it happens right at home.
And you believe, in fact, in zero waste. What does that mean? How would we theoretically get to zero waste?
Well, zero waste for Baldor was a journey. We own a processing facility called Fresh Cuts, where we take whole vegetables and we turn them into all sorts of different things like mirepoix or maybe a carrot stick. And in that process, we have peelings and tops and so on. We've made a conscious decision to make sure all of that food product goes to work. We're either feeding humans or animals with that food. In zero cases do we send that food to landfill. 100% of this food from production is eaten. Wow. And our commitment to zero allowed us to not have any excuses not to put all that food to waste. So this has really become a big part of who we are as a company.
For people at home, sometimes I think they wonder about, we've all heard that certain restaurants or businesses aren't allowed to reuse food, that once something is open, they were required under law to throw it away, but that's changed.
Well, this is the Good Samaritan Law in place that protects our restaurants and food processing facilities to donate food to a 501(c) who is going to be trained on how to properly manage that food and get it safely to the end user. This idea that we have leftover food and we have food insecure people, we have to link the two together. We want to get more produce, we want to get more healthy proteins into the bellies of those food insecure who live among us in all of our communities.
What are some of the broader implications of 40% waste for, say, on the environment?
Well, there are huge impacts, and there's so many things we can talk about, but just some scary statistics. One would be that 25% of the water wasted in the United States is used in agricultural development and growth that we never actually use that food. So there could be a huge savings there. When you think about produce being wasted on a farm that could be gleaned and utilized by the food insecure, I mean, shame on us to not put that food to use. And in most instances, that food isn't utilized because of some cosmetic reason, maybe the size of it or the shape of it, which has nothing to do with the nutritional value of the food.
Yeah, and we were talking before about if you were raised by parents or grandparents in the Depression, they threw nothing away, and they were not wasteful. And then toward the 70s, 80s, you had a real explosion of consumer goods, and it did seem as though, you know, we had the crying Native American on the commercial because so much waste was happening. Now there seems to be a renewed effort to make sure to reduce food waste and a lot of interest in it. What kind of ideas were floated at the conference?
Well, I think for me, one of the things I'm thinking about these days, and it was a takeaway from the conference, is an overall management of all the assets in our control. Food is one of them, but there's all sorts of assets that we choose to not put to use for whatever reason. Food being, in my mind, the one that we should be utilizing 100%. There's really no excuse for any of this food to be wasted. And even for ourselves, if we don't need the food, if we've eaten enough, why wouldn't we give it to a neighbor or a friend, invite some people over? To me, waste, commingling food with our garbage, should be eliminated completely.
I think
it saves money.
Watching at home, I know I throw a lot of food out. What can we do in our homes? What are some simple steps that people can take to reduce the food waste?
Well, you want to go to the store more often. You want to go more often, buy less. You want to buy food that you know you're going to use in the next couple of days. Because let's face it, we're all busy. Things come up. We get invited out to dinner. Let's buy less food, but let's consume the food we eat.
A lot of people compost. What else can you do with scraps?
So one of my tricks, and I share this with lots of friends, is throughout the week as you're preparing any vegetable, I really don't care what it is, whatever trim you're going to have left over from that vegetable, put it in a bag in the freezer, and every Friday night take that out, saute that out, add about a quart of water to it, boil it down for about a half an hour, and make that the base to whatever you're going to eat that Friday night. How about throwing a little bit of tortellini in that? I have a tortellini on brodo. It's absolutely delicious, super healthy. You know, reduce maybe some of your meat intake once a week. But now you've just created a meal for yourself for the week. You've put to use this food. And by the way, you can then add that food product that made that broth to your compost, and it's going to break down in weeks.
Could you come over Friday night and cook for our house?
I'd be glad to. Thank you so much for coming on with Baldor Specialty Foods.
I really appreciate the time. It's great.
Thank you so much. Let's check in with weather and Eric now.